Next
Next
question,
one,
cryptids.
cryptids. Okay.
So last time you asked me about cryptids, what did we get?
We got that they were going to start showing up, right? And they're going to start, like, as energy changes, um, most will show up. Some get to choose whether they want to or not. They have the ability to choose whether they're going to be visible in our reality or not. And it's
Like
going to
the
be kind of,
Sasquatches. I
yeah.
heard something recently about Sasquatch. What was that? I can't remember now. Like they're about to start making more contact
Oh,
with people.
yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what we ran into, is that there's going to be few that can choose whether they get seen or not. There's going to be a big chunk that are just going to start showing up, and then there's going to be some that appear because we want them to. It's almost like we will them into reality as the energy changes. So,
So a friend of mine, after we did that show, sent me that
yeah,
picture of that dragon. Can you show that?
yeah. Let me switch to share screen.
It's not a photograph. It's like an artist rendition.
Yeah, it looks like a pterodactyl.
Ancient dragon of death, flying reptile discovered in Argentina. Reuters reported. So this isn't National Enquirer or
Yeah.
Star. Um,
Well,
and
the
yeah, I mean, if you saw one of those, you would definitely think that's a dragon.
well, in the Native American in America, that's what the Thunderbirds basically look
Thunderbird,
like.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And I've seen some live video that looked real to me
yeah.
of those things flying around.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I know it could be CGI or whatever, but and I've seen some that were CGI, but I've also seen some that
Yeah.
looked like they really were real.
All
Okay,
right. Well,
so what's our question for about
my
cryptids
question,
this time?
well, in the tarot cards, you have cards that are kind of earth-based, air-based, like
Yep.
water-based. I want to know, when it starts happening, which kind of cryptids are going to be the first to start showing up? Are they going to be earth, air, or water?
Or spiritual.
All right. If there's a spirit, yeah. If there shows up, I mean, the cards will let us know, right? So,
Yeah, spiritual is wands. So we have cups are water,
yep.
pentacles are earth, swords are air, and wands would be more like Efreet. You know what Efreet are?
Yeah, they remind me
Jinn.
of, yeah. And what I think of is the jinn, yeah, the jinn, right?
Yeah.
So,
I learned that from Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, so it looks like we have a mix here
hmm.
of earth and spirit. And maybe this is saying earth elementals like Sasquatch. Sasquatch comes to mind. And Sasquatch is also a very spiritual being. So we have this King of Wands in the background. He's very
Yeah.
much connected. Sasquatch, they are very much connected with the earth.
Hmm.
And it looks like they are coming out, as I heard recently. And it'll probably be a female who comes out first. Maybe even that one from the Patterson Gimlin, because I
Patterson
did a
Gimlin.
read on that in my read on Sasquatch. I did that she was like a queen, and that she was out looking for her king. They had some kind of domestic dispute. That was really funny, by the way. Go back and watch my read on Sasquatch on In Search of. Uh, and Queen of Wands and Temperance. So they're waiting for the right time,
Hmm.
when the timing's right. And right now they're like 50-50, maybe on details like who, when, where, stuff like that. But I think we're going to start hearing more about Sasquatch coming out. and I'll send you a video where a guy talks about that. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna say yes, and it's gonna be Sasquatch.
All right. Well, I mean,
Cool.
that would help because it might help open people's minds because it's lighter. It's like a lighter topic. You know what I mean? And it's like,
I can't believe there are still people who question that there is this being we call
yeah,
Bigfoot Sasquatch. I mean, I saw enough evidence to prove that it was real. Good. I remember 10 years ago watching one
yeah,
particular show on Discovery Channel, and they found so much evidence, like physical evidence, hairs that had DNA that was not animal or human, and they couldn't
mhm.
identify what it was, and just so many things. So I don't know how people can not. Now, I know people who've seen Sasquatch.
Well, the population thinks they know everything. They have to know everything. And if something weird happens, they can't even think it's a new species. It's got to be some species that's deformed or it always has to be an explanation instead of like you know we don't know everything. It could be anything.
Yeah.
So
All right. So Sasquatch coming back. That's really
that there is a worldwide conflict between good and evil that picked up some steam when Trump was elected to office. What I'll call the White Hats went to war to eradicate the satanic cabal from the earth. Some would even say, knowing the extent of what's happened in the last 6 years, that it seems to indicate the end of times war is waging right now. What's interesting is that in this YouTube video, I'm not going to promote anybody's channel, sorry. Robin states that 32 Sasquatch were telling her 6 years ago of a big battle coming. Alright, so this Robin McCrae states that the Sasquatch were telling her 6 years ago of a big battle coming, and 3 years ago they say it's underway. A battle in which all participants will eventually enter our dimension, and along with men, wage this war. I could go on for days with the credible information available to the online researcher, but suffice it to say that everyone needs to proceed with utmost caution when researching